Alright, welcome back to episode 5 of my tutorial series on self-expanding factories. And I think today is going to be a little different because I didn't really make many interesting changes in the last week because I ran it for a long time, as you can maybe see. And I just basically took note when it got stuck, manually made it go forward, and then tried to implement a few changes for the things that went wrong. And I tried to make a blueprintable version, which I'm gonna share and explain how to fire up. I hope I've made it a little easier than for the first version, but I'm not sure, to be honest. And yeah, I'll maybe go through a few numbers here in the expanded version. The first interesting thing would be to look at how long it's been running. So it's at 97 hours now, and it was at 32. So it's around 65 hours that this ran. And if we look at production or power maybe first, power stats, you can see it was basically rows and rows and rows, and it's around 2 point something kilowatts now as a consumption level. You can see what's this? Accumulators, of course. If I go further, you can see the ring building, but if you compare this to the initial spikes in ring building, it gets a lot more manageable with time. So in the beginning, this thing as it is now, it will brown out during the first 5-6 ring building phases, but that's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. It does, however, it's really noticeable in UPS, and as someone nice on Reddit explained to me that low power is really bad for UPS because, well, it has to be calculated what entity gets how much power, as compared to if you have enough power that's basically free UPS wise. Okay, so that's the first stat, and maybe have a look at production stats overall. You can see it's a bit of a mess, but it's definitely been growing a lot. I think the most interesting thing is probably science, because this version has been making science, and you can see it's made it's launched close to 500 rockets, and the other ones aren't quite keeping up. I've been making a few changes there and increasing the blue science production. So it should, every single cell should be increased from around 3 science per minute to 5. So yeah. And you can see lots and lots of idle production cells. This silo has launched 11 rockets. There's a little bit of research going on. And there's no blue science because this guy is slow as hell. I mean, everything is slow as hell because I'm below 20 UPS now, which is why I didn't bother to continue this test. But yeah, it's been running and working quite well. You can see all the water things have been filled. I think basically one of those water cells would probably be enough to feed the whole thing, or maybe 2. But water is so, the stations fill up so incredibly quickly, and you need so little that this is way overkill. But I don't really mind. What else is there? I think I'm at 21. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 21 by 21, which is almost the same size that I got the first Josef, which is quite remarkable because the cells are 4 times as big in this one. But as I said, it did get stuck a few times. There's one thing where I'm still not quite sure what happened. I think should be somewhere down here, or I'm not gonna start searching for things again and not finding them. But there was some weird things going on with some half-filled water. Yeah, there it is. I think it still correctly recognized this, but yeah, you can see the bot belt got stuck here because this wasn't landfilled. So the bots didn't get recycled, so the train got stuck here. this was one of the instances where I just went in and manually started it again. But this should be fixed now. Same with the, I think 2 episodes ago I described this annoying little glitch here where I had a rock basically sitting here, but its hitbox was overlapping with this, so this wasn't built. So what I did was just basically this, and just pushed them one tile further up and to the right, and well, to the left respectively, so one tile further out on all of these. So this should not be happening anymore. And yeah, there's a few like small improvements and fixes that I made, but nothing really interesting, I think. So I think instead I'll try and fire this up on a new map and hope that I don't mess up. I'll probably mess up, but yeah, I'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna just switch, or actually I can just quit this and go through the whole thing maybe. So this is how you start a new game. I've already cranked those all the way up. I would really recommend using cranked up resources. It should still work, but you probably have to, yeah, you'd have to feed it a lot more initial starting materials, and everything would be very, very slow if you decided to try this on low resources. Yeah, I've still been too lazy to implement a cliff solution, to be honest. It wouldn't really be hard. I just have to like make a small cliff explosives facility and supply them both to the global construction bots and to the train. But yeah, I haven't been bothered. It's just such a boring, such a nuisance to do. Trees, you can basically leave it whatever you want, but it's gonna take some time to deconstruct the trees, and it's gonna eat into power, especially in the ring building phase. So I'll turn them down a little bit. Water, I don't mind. I could probably turn it down as well, but I mean, one of the things that I really wanted to do in this version is properly deal with water, so I'm not gonna make it too easy on myself or on Josef. Yeah, no biters yet, unfortunately. Actually, I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna do biters in this one, because I'm a bit afraid what it's gonna do to UPS, because it's already pretty bad. And I mean, it works, but you can see like the thing was running at 20 UPS, and it has been like this for a while, so I don't know what huge biter attacks would do to this. And yeah, no pollution for UPS reasons as well. Research queue always. I think that's basically it. I'm gonna just randomize and press play, because I don't want to like pick an ideal map now. I want to see how it goes on an actual random map. If you have the editor extensions mod, you can press Ctrl E to get into editor mode. Maybe you can do this in vanilla. No, I don't think so. Yeah, get rid of all of this. And there's a few things I do in the beginning just to make life a little bit easier. And that's, well, first place a super radar, just to uncover a little bit of map. And I want to find an ideal, or more or less ideal position to start. So yeah, I'll just let this uncover for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, one thing I noticed I forgot was, apparently if I because I just started another new game before this, cheat mode was already enabled. You might have to enable this to get things like super radars, but that's just /cheat in the console. Okay, next thing I want to do is, yeah, as I said, find a good starting location. And I made it a little bit easier for myself just in the beginning, and I included this this grid of landfill things around the starter blueprint. That just means I didn't have to tweak my whole blueprinting thing for this. Something wouldn't work if I started too close to water and didn't have this, and it would just be a pain, so I decided I'd just do it like this. And this has the nice advantage that I can kind of see what's going to be in the adjacent cells. And what I would like to go for is have 2 iron patches properly like inside the cells, so this would be nice for that. having the top left and the top right thing as iron mining, or maybe something like this. But I'd also like to have some water and like at least one patch of all the other resources. I can, like, it doesn't really matter if I have mixed, say, coal and stone or coal and copper even, but I would like to have some proper iron patches and one that has water. So, well, this might work as well, and I'd have the two mixed patches here. Let me see. Okay, I'll look around a bit and see what I come up with. Okay, I did have to look a little bit and extend my search a little bit further than what the Super Radar did, but I think I found a fairly nice location. So I have this iron patch in here, and I have this one. So that's the two. I'm not gonna get this one because water is gonna be prioritized, unfortunately. And I have some copper here and there, I have some stones, and something I forgot, which is also very important, is you want, I think, at least 2 free cells, so this will be considered free, and this one. So yeah, I think this should be fine. Something else I'm gonna do mostly for cosmetic reasons is this, just because I think it doesn't automatically do this in the very first things. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a nice starting area for it, and then it can free up everything else once it's actually running. Okay, so this should be a nice, I think this should be a nice starting area. I'll have to see. And yeah, I tried something here, but yeah, this didn't work because there was no copper in range. So, and I wasn't bothered to remove this. I hope nobody minds. Okay, so I think I'll go down there and start firing it up. I tried including these instructions here. I hope they're understandable. Yeah, what I could probably do is now cheat modes. I have okay, I automatically have cheat mode when I'm in editor. I didn't really know this. So let's get 100 of those and 100 of those. And let's start, wrong one, turning these into steel chests. Ah, crap, already messed up this one. Only the infinity chests should be turned into steel chests. I mean, it's probably inconsequential, but yeah, it's just gonna mess with my garbage disposal system if I don't leave those as reds. The amount of materials in here isn't really fine-tuned at all, and I think I explained this last time. The way this works is the builder train is going to come here until one of these resources isn't enough to stock it up. So there's going to be things left in here, so I didn't really bother. I mean, for example, I put 10 silos in there, so the maximum that it can build is 10 production sites. But I think it's gonna run out of something like inserters or underground belts before this. So yeah, I didn't bother. I mean, there's probably like way too many miners in here and all that, but I don't mind. Okay, so those have to be turned into providers. All right. Yeah, I already didn't really follow the instructions, so, but this is inconsequential, okay. All these belts here are just for providing initial things, so you don't have to walk around as much, or me as well, I guess. Yeah, something about how to handle this in general. What I do is I make a copy of this, place it in my inventory, so I don't mess up the original, and then I can basically empty this and see if anything's left that shouldn't be left. So yeah, let's put this in here, tree deconstruction in here. There we go. Landfill in there. And the roboports one. And the main book, which has all the all these cell analysis blueprints. Okay, so those ones are all in here. This has to be turned into a steel chest. This will supply all the green wires that will be on the on these belts and on these in these little counting things. So I just have one thing going around here and going back down here, and the last wire will go into this and start, hopefully, if I haven't messed up, start the whole ring building thing. Let's check this. Wait. Why doesn't this have set stack size here? Because this messed me up in the last try that I had. It's weird, isn't it? Why doesn't the... It's not... Oh, crap. Yeah, so this is what happens when you try to do something live. Why doesn't this stack inserter have the set stack size option? I don't get this. This does not make sense. Because it was... When I started the last one, it was set to stack 1, which... And it's now as well, I think, and this messes up stuff. I'm not sure what's going on here. This has... Why? Why is this happening? Okay. Let's see if it actually has stack size 1. Yeah, it does. Ah! I'm dumb. Okay, I'll just find the command to actually research inserter stack size. Or I think this should be done if I actually go into cheat mode. Let me check. Ah, there we go. Okay, yeah, so that's what was wrong. I think you might want to do this. It's bad tutorial already. You might want to enable cheat mode before you place this, because otherwise the stack size here won't be updated, I think. Let me just see, those ones should be set to stack size 1 now. Yeah, this works, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So there should be 10 wires in. Oh, crap. Ah, the joys of doing something live, or trying to do something live. Alright, so now there should be 10 in there. Okay, back to the plan. Yeah, the only thing that's unfortunately still a bit tedious is distributing all the different train blueprints, and I couldn't really come up with a much easier way to do this without causing me a lot more trouble. So I decided to just do it like this. And oh crap, you can see train. The handling of this is a bit unintuitive, I think. Open this, then open the book, take it into the hand, close the book, put it in. There we go. Copper 1. Yeah, I think I'll jump forward. I'm just gonna distribute all these books. Okay, so all of the books are in. I hope I caught the right ones. And the only things that should be left is the starter blueprint and this train thing, which isn't really necessary. That's just, yeah, all the trains combined. If I wanted to make some changes, I included this here. So I think this step's done. I think there's only one left. I'm so used to exoskeletons that this feels annoyingly slow. Yeah, the last thing you have to do is feed some bots. And what did I say? 1,100 logistic bots. Let's just do it like this. Should be right? And yeah, you can just feed these bots into the chests. It's going to sort itself out. Ah crap, now it's 100 too many here. I mean, the exact numbers don't matter, but I want to be as close to what I'm telling you to do. So yeah, I'll stick with that. Okay, so there's 100 in here and 1,000 in this one. Well, not yet, but it's gonna get there, I guess. And I'm gonna pick up some of those. Put them in here. And in here there was 3, 7, so let's get another How many is this? 1000 something? Yeah, should be fine. Let's get those in here. I mean, they're not going to be fed, all of them are not going to be fed right now, but shouldn't matter. Like once they're needed, they will be fed. Okay, so I think I'm good to go, maybe. I'm pretty sure I forgot something now, but I'm just gonna start it up and see how it goes, I guess. Yeah, a few more things that you might want to do is disable the not enough construction robots alert, because, well, you're gonna have trees in the middle of these cells that are unreachable by this network, and it's gonna blink and it's gonna be very annoying. So yeah, I disable this alert. And what else? I want to crank up the speed, of course. Well, maybe not now. Maybe let's see how the whole starting process goes first. I think I'm good to go. All right. Good luck. Ah, yeah, one more thing. You might want to get in some research, because we're gonna do a lot of research. Well, not a lot, but I almost managed to research, what was it? Bot speed 15, which is like 512,000 science. So yeah, it's not nothing that it's doing, but it took like 65 hours. So yeah, all of these little mechanisms here get filled up with one wire. There's no like additional safety features or something. I just used slow inserters and put them to stack size 1, so each of them is just going to grab 1. And the last of these wires should go to the starting thing. I'm a bit nervous. I probably messed up. No, I don't think. I think I got everything. These got fed into the right ones. Yeah, let's see. Should start any second now. And wait for it. Wait for it a little more. Ah, there we go. I was starting to get nervous. Okay, now I'm gonna crank up the speed because this is gonna be slow. Alright, this seems to have worked. Yeah, the train is not gonna start until the bots are finished. You see, it doesn't have anything in here because it's gonna have to go to this resupply station first. The only thing it has is the book, of course. But I think I'll, yeah, just let this run for a bit and see if there's anything wrong with it. It says it's missing a few things, but I think it's just like, not there yet. I hope it shouldn't be missing anything if I did everything right. If you start this, there will be a phase where it actually, like, where it runs out of these starting materials, and it's gonna take a while until the production cells actually produce all these things, like, I don't know, thousands of red underground belts and all of that. That takes some time. So there can be phases where nothing much happens, but as long as the train is back home and production cells are, or at least one production cell is running, it should start again, I hope. I don't see any things that could go wrong that would like lead to the train coming home and production cells running and it's still, the whole thing still not going on anymore. But I could be wrong about this, I'm not sure. Okay, I think, yeah, I'll just let this run a little bit until the train has started. Maybe watch what it's doing. It should start right away. Yeah, it's filling up. And it's going to the first cell. Seems like everything's working. Should build power first, I guess. Here we go. And yeah, now I can just narrate what Josef's doing, which I don't know how interesting that's going to be. So I might just shut up for a while and let this thing run for a little bit. And yeah, I'll upload the blueprint. I don't think I'm going to upload more save. Well, I might, yeah, I'm probably going to upload the save file from my design map as well, because some small things have changed, like Yeah, as I said, I pushed the roboports further out and all that, so yeah, there have been some slight changes. So I'm gonna upload an updated blueprint or updated save file and the blueprint book that I just showed. And yeah, I'd of course be happy if some people were willing to give this a try. There's absolutely no guarantee that this is gonna run on any map. I haven't tested this on terribly many maps yet, so yeah, it I'm counting on it going wrong every here now and then. But as I said, I'd be happy if people were willing to give this a try and let me know how it went. And I'd of course be happy to troubleshoot and like give advice on what might have gone wrong, or look at it or whatever. I've been talking and talking, but there's one thing that hasn't happened yet, and that's those trains getting built, because I forgot to. God damn it. I forgot to feed construction bots into this inner network, didn't I? So be smarter than I was and give the thing a few construction bots. I would have noticed if I hadn't disabled the notification for missing construction bots, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I forgot about that. There had to be something that I forgot. But now trains should start and everything should be fine. Yes, perfect. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, yeah, sorry for this not being as in-depth and informative as the other episodes maybe, but yeah, this took some time to test, and it's gonna take some more time to test, and I don't want to do like half-assed new things before I know that the old things work. So yeah, I still hope you enjoyed this, and I hope maybe some people want to try this. Let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe see you next time. There's one last thing that I forgot, and that's a weird or a very unintuitive problem, and that's the victory message. Because this whole thing will stop after the first rocket has been launched. And yeah, last night I recorded like 5 to 6 hours of victory message footage, because of course this doesn't disappear by itself, because the game isn't really counting on the game winning itself without anyone being there. So yeah, what you can do is either just build a silo, feed it with infinite resources and launch one rocket before you do the whole thing, or alternatively enter a command line code that I'm gonna share in the description. But yeah, this annoyed me last night, so maybe do this and don't be annoyed like me. Also, I just, to be perfectly honest, I just had to tweak the amount of resources in here, because I only put 50 boilers in there, but 50 was the exact number that fits in the train. So yeah, there were 0 in here, so once it had built its first boiler, it didn't want to come here again to fill up on more resources. So yeah, stuff like this can still happen. I changed a few things here and there, and if the train gets stuck very early and doesn't want to go here because the station is blocked, you can just see on this list what's negative here, and maybe there's something dumb missing that I forgot about or something like that. Alright,